Built in 1925 to relieve storage space for cargo vessels on the Detroit River, the Detroit Harbor Freight Terminal has had a major impact on Detroit's industry. And this is its story. It was early in the morning, and cold winds were whipping the autumn air around the street when we arrived to the impressive Detroit Harbor Terminal building. This massive structure towered over the Detroit River. This building was constructed 95 years ago and has been in a state of decay for almost 20 years. We stood staring at the building. Eventually, we broke from our trance, marveling at its impressive size, and began our exploration. Wow, look at this place. This is incredible. Continue to move through the facility here. Wow, look at this. Amazing. Here we have a set of rooms. Wow. Little latrine right there. Look at that. It's wild. There's still carpeting in here. We're gonna head up to the next floor in a second, but before we do, you have a great freaking view of the city and the bridge from here. Like, that is just beautiful. The Detroit Harbor Terminal, also known as the Bob Lowe Warehouse, was constructed in the year 1925. It was built by the Detroit Railway and Harbor Terminals Company. The purpose of its construction was to create more storage space along the Detroit River for incoming freighters and cargo ships. The ships would unload their cargo at the dock. They would then be transferred for storage in the facility until they could be loaded onto train cars. During World War II, the Detroit Harbor Terminal would store vehicles, parts, and tools constructed at other factories around Detroit. By the 1960s, the warehouse would change owners. By 1963, Detroit would handle half of all foreign cargoes that were sent to the Great Lakes. In 1973, a group of 20 investors declared that they wanted to create a new harbor terminal building. By 1974, they would purchase many harbor terminals. This would be under the Detroit Port Development Corporation, or DPD. In 1976, the city would sue them for unpaid taxes. Only one day later, they would file for Chapter 10 bankruptcy. In 1977, the Detroit Marine Terminals Company would take over the facility. However, it would not last for much longer. Moving up floors, and look at this. This is burned out completely. Wow. That's freaking crazy. It's wild. Like, you can see the metal is warped. Must have been a pretty big fire. It's dark in here. Dark and spooky.
There's like one window and all the toilets. Perfect morning check.
You know what? This is perfect for Spooktober. It is Spooktober after all. The spookiest month of the year.
Someone should have graffitied something out the window.
You know, considering the fact that it is Spooktober, maybe we're actually in a horror movie and we don't even realize it. Urban explorers being stalked in a abandoned building before being killed and tortured to
What if
death,
someone
like
was stalking
Saw.
us and then went on to the YouTube video for this place and then tagged a linked a video, and it was a video of them following us?
You know, I'd be more impressed than anything. So on the next floor, seems like the architecture is probably going to stay the same the whole way up, but we'll see. This area is interesting because look, it's like they stripped the floor. That's freaking crazy. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna move on to the next floor. That is some really cool graffiti. The next floor is a little more dilapidated than the last. But the architecture is much of the same the last couple floors. Well, we've reached the top floor, so now we are going to attempt to find our way to the roof. Should be a ladder or stairs or something around here we're gonna look for.
Yeah, let's not explore the spooky side of the building first. Let's go to
There's that room. Every floor has it, but it's like pitch black in there. Made it to the roof. Sorry for the wind. It's very windy out today, but my gosh, is it beautiful. Holy frick. This is such a beautiful freaking view. Man, this is beautiful. This is a great find. I'm glad we came here. Well, we're about to head back down, but wow. Such an amazing freaking place. Holy crap. This is beautiful. By the early 90s, one of the docks in front of the terminal would be used by the Bob Lowe Island amusement park. An advertisement for their ferry service can still be seen on the side of the building. The warehouse itself would still be operated by the Detroit Marine Terminal. The DMT would default on bonds they owed in 2003. In 2005, the city gave ownership of the terminal to the Detroit Port Authority, who leased it to the Ambassador Port Company. They have since done nothing with the terminal and have left it unused and abandoned. In 2008, a fire would break out on the 5th floor, leaving a lot of debris in suit that was never cleaned up. In 2012, new fencing was placed around the property, and all the entrances were boarded up, indicating that there may have been some plans to renovate the structure. However, those plans, if they did exist, would never come to fruition. The Detroit Harbor Terminal is a very impressive structure and an important part of Detroit's marine history. And now it will never be forgotten.
I think it's about time I go to bed. Cause if I stay up late now I'll get depressed. I say that like it hasn't happened for the most of today. Hope it all just goes away if I put my hood up and stay inside. Someone come and break my fucking legs. Cause it's getting to the point I'm on dead flights.
What?
You all right there, Victor?
Baby, want a bottle? A big dirt bottle?